Okay, so today our point of focus is going to be on V60. Okay, so V60, we're doing it with we serve it either hot or cold. You understand? V60, we serve it either hot or cold. And when you're doing V60, we are using filtered coffee beans. We're using filtered coffee beans. Filtered coffee beans. Are you together? So, this V60 cup or this V60 apparatus, it is giving us a balanced cup of coffee, as we saw in the last, was it 2 days back? Maybe, yeah, 2 days back in Money Brewing. We saw that V60 is giving us a balanced coffee, and we are doing it on a medium grind size, you understand? So, when you're doing with V60, as we said, we follow the steps. We wet the filter paper, we weigh and grind the coffee beans, all together. Then we go to the brewing part. Then after the brewing part, we go to the first pour and the last pour. Are you together? Okay, so we are going to break down those things. We are going to use Ethiopian beans. We are going to use Kenyan beans. Okay, so you are going to use these beans because of their high acidity. And remember, as I told you, that you cannot use, okay, you can use Brazil beans in this case, but still the Kenyan and Ethiopia are the best. Uganda, those beans from African Arabian region. You get me? Beans from African Arabian region, they have characteristics that those beans have high acidity. They are fruity. You understand? So due to that case, they are good to be used in filtered coffee. You get me? Bro, is everything done?
No, it's not enough.
It's okay, leave it. Sit, another chance will come. It's okay. Who is that? Okay, come. Okay, so when you're doing a V60, okay? So there are a few basics you have to follow. So basic number one, guys, if you're here, stay here. You understand? So there are basics you have to follow when you're doing a V60, okay? So basic number one, it is about the ratio, okay? The ratio, that how much water will go into 1 gram, okay? The ratio, it is 1:13 or 1:14, okay? So the grind size, so the grind size, we are using the medium grind size. Are you together? So another thing is the temperature of the water we are using. So the temperature is between 88 degrees Celsius to 92 degrees Celsius. Are you together? Bro, okay. So still about V60, we shall see the time V60 takes. So V60 takes 3 to 4 minutes. You understand? Basic number 5, it is about the filter paper. The filter, this is the filter paper for V60. Okay? This is the filter paper for V60. Okay, so hope everyone knows this. You know this. You know the grind size, how the grind size affects our coffee. When I talk about the grind size, sister, I'm meaning that how much water will go into 1 gram. That in 1 gram of coffee, you have to put 13 milliliters of water. You understand? That is what we call a ratio. How to get a Gladys? Okay? Okay, so the dose. So the dose, you can use 18, 19 or 20 grams. You understand? The dose, our one. on the ratio. You understand? Okay. So we are going to break down how the steps of making a V60. The steps we follow in making a V60. Can I clean this off? Mm. So guys, briefly, what I want you guys to know about how they grade this coffee for filtered. The grade this coffee to score 90 plus. You understand? 90 plus in grading. You all know that specialty coffee passes through grading, not so? You know that? The grading, then they screen, then they do capping. You understand? But they have to score 90 plus compared to the specialty beans that score 80 plus. These ones have to be excellent. Eh? These ones have to be excellent. You understand? And the beans to be excellent, they have to score 90 plus on a score of 100. Are you together? Okay. So we are going to break down the steps of doing a V60. But before still, I want you to know, guys, that beans we use for filtered coffee, they have to be medium to dark roasted. They are the best in the roasting profile. You understand? Roasting basics are very important. Medium or medium to dark roast are the very good beans to be used during the roasting process. During the brewing process of V60. You get me? Okay, so this is our V60 apparatus. This is a V60 apparatus, and also this is a V60 apparatus. Okay, so this is the V60. This one, it is the V60. This one is called V60 Finito, and this one is called Halio. You understand? Halio is the person who invented the V60. Halio. Okay, so, and it was named after him. So these V60s, they are just a structure difference, but still everything it is the same because they are all V60s. You understand? So it is called a V60 because it is in a V shape, and also it is in an angle of 60 degrees. You understand? So I think about the filter paper, still it is this one. Okay, the filter paper is this one. You can share it with others. You can get this post, and get this. Okay, so you pass it to the other people behind. So the steps. Step number one, it is all about that filter paper. You understand? Step number one, it is all about the filter paper, that you have to wet it. Step number one is the wetting the filter paper. Why do you wet the filter paper, guys? So we're wetting this filter paper to remove the paper smell, because if you smell on it, guys, if you smell in it, it is having a pepper smell. Not so. So if you brew it with that pepper smell, our coffee is going to be having that pepper smell within it after yielding. You understand? So you have to wet it to remove the pepper smell. Also, we wet it to preheat our V60 gadget. You understand? Because if it is hot, it will keep temperatures. You understand? It will keep temperatures if it is hot. And also we have to preheat the vessels of the filter paper. You understand? I know. You know the vessels of the filter paper. I think it is the correct word to be used, I think. The paper itself to preheat it. You understand? To preheat it is the degassing. You understand? So in addition to that, in addition to degassing, guys, if you see this V60, it is having these channels. These channels. Yeah, I want you guys to ask your fellow baristas who are not studying from here, or if not, ask those people who are already in the industry, what is the importance of these channels? Okay, for you, I will tell you, these channels is degassing. There is degassing. During the brewing process, there is a stage we call brewing, and within brewing, we pour 50 ml water onto the coffee grounds, and the more they expand, the more they release gases. So we put these channels to ease expansion. To ease expansion, you understand? So If there's any person who is willing to start doing, to start making content on TikTok for coffee, I support you. You understand? Like as you see, Barista Claire, you see Barista, you see those baristas who are talking about coffee, asking questions, Mr. Espresso, you understand? Chemical, yeah. I need someone from our school to be like that. To add on Dex, you know Dex is also doing such. Whoever his account is not more in about coffee, but sometimes it's posting about coffee. I want someone from our school who can be knowledgeable, you understand? You post asking such questions. Ask them about the importance of this, and you see the crashing in the comment section. You understand? So the same applies to this. It is easing expansion during degassing. You understand? It is easing expansion during degassing. Okay, bro? Okay. So after wetting the filter paper, we go to step number 2, which we call weighing and grinding. Weighing and grinding the beans. So in this, we weigh and grind the coffee beans we are going to use during the brewing process. Are you together? We weigh them and grind them. Are you together? So after weighing and grinding, then that is when we put them in our V60. Who? Of him. So this is when we go to the brewing process. You understand? The brewing process. Guys, if at all I'm fast, tell me. Huh? If I told you have not understood something, tell me. Then I will repeat it. For you guys, some of you know me. I don't. I make sure that I explain to someone till he understands the thing I'm talking about. You understand? So, brewing process. Brewing. Okay. So during brewing, we pour 50 ml on these coffee grounds to release the gases. You understand? If we pour 50 ml, they will expand, and the more the expansion, the more they are releasing gases. You understand? So we pour 50 ml water on these coffee grounds, they remove the gases within 30 seconds. You understand? On the 4, because I told you 3 to 4 minutes, on the 3 to 4 minutes, V60 takes, also does 30 seconds of brewing, we count them. You understand? We count them. So brewing is when we pour hot water onto coffee grounds to remove the trapped gases that were trapped during the roasting process. You understand? During roasting, there is a chemical reaction that takes place during between carbon and oxygen. Thus end up with having carbon dioxide in the coffee beans. You understand? So you as a barista, you have to do what we call brewing to degas these beans, to remove the gases from these coffee beans. Are you getting me, boss? Boss, are you getting me? Yeah. So to remove gases from these coffee beans, you get. Okay, so brewing takes 30 seconds, and you pour 50 to 40 milliliters of water. Before, as per standard, it was 50, but now you can also use 40 when you're doing the cold one. You understand? When you're doing the cold one, you can use 40 ml water. Are you together, bro? So, for me, I call it my first pour. You understand? For myself, I call it my first pour. The next step, I call it the first pour. You understand? Just for you guys to know that brewing is not about it is standing by itself. You understand? Then I go to the first pour. Because if I tell you brewing is not the first pour, brewing, it is a process where I want to degas. You understand? So my first pour will stand for itself. That is the first pour. You understand? So I can either do the second pour or I can skip it and go to the last pour. But in this case, we are going to do the second pour as well. You understand? Because the more we cut our pouring, the more we avoid our coffee to get burnt. You understand? If if you consistently pour water onto the coffee grounds without cutting, this coffee is likely to get burnt. You get me, barista? It is likely to get burnt. But the more you cut, the more you're avoiding the burnt coffee. You understand? The more you avoid it. Okay? So, madam, okay, so last pour, and then my second pour, I'll go to my second pour, then I go to my last tea, then I go to my last pour. You understand? Then I go to my last tea pour. You understand? So, here is the movie, or here is what I want you guys to focus. We know that we pour 50 ml water in the brewing, but we also pour the first pour, the second pour, and the last pour. But what is the second pour? What is the first pour? What is the last pour? You understand? For the last pour is to complete the ratio. To complete the ratio or the yield. You understand? But you have to find all of them. You have to find how much water you pour on the first one, the second one, and the last one. You understand? So how do you find it? You make your side work. So you find your ratio and your dose and your total yield. Okay? You make your side work. But you make your side work for now when you're still a trainee. But if at all you qualify to be a junior barista, I don't expect you to be having this side work. I expect you to be knowing everything. You know your recipes you're using. You understand? You know everything. You know the recipes you're using. You understand? So, ratio number 1. So, we said you're using a ratio of either 1:13 or 1:14. So, Barista Gladys, which ratio do you want to use on the two? Choose. 1:13. So next time I want you to be active. Okay? Baristas are artists. You get. Make sure that if at all they ask you something on an interview, don't think. At least if they ask you, which ratio do you want to use? Hey, you mean the ratio I want to use? You understand? At least reply them like that. Reply them the same question they asked you, than keeping quiet, okay? Yeah. So 1:13 she decided we use 1:13 as our ratio. So the dose Barista Gladys, I said it is between 19, 20, and 18. Can you please also give us, choose for us which one we can use? Bro, you called me when I'm shooting a video, I cannot pick you. And okay, so
18, 19, and 20.
Yeah, choose one we can use.
Okay,
19, okay. So she told us to use 19 grams. You understand? So to find the total yield, as I told you guys, remember, I told you that to find the yield, you multiply the ratio times the dose. I said we multiply the ratio times the dose. To find the what? The total yield. You understand? So as if, has anyone multiplied? 2247. 247. 247. Okay? So that's our total yield. You understand? So you first make your side work here. You get your ratio, you get your dose, and the total yield.
where have you got that 247?
Auntie, I said, to find the yield, you multiply ratio times dose. Get your phone. Go to your calc. Go to your calc. Okay? Multiply the ratio times the dose. What's your ratio?
13 times 17.
Okay. So that is your total yield. You understand? Are we on the same page, Mutima?
Yes.
Boss, I know we are not on the same page, but I will try to explain it to you. Okay? When you are doing V60, V60 is this apparatus you're seeing here. Okay? This apparatus you're seeing here, it is our V60. Okay? And when you are doing V60, we have to follow these steps. Okay? Step number 1 is that we wet the filter paper, as you see on the blackboard. You understand? So we are waiting for the filter paper for the reason that we want to do what? We want to remove the paper smell. Because as you see, this is the filter paper for V60, pass it to him. So that filter paper for V60, we have to wet it before brewing. Because we want to do what? To remove the paper smell. If you smell it, there is a paper smell. So you have to remove it, because if you don't remove it, it is going to be with your yield, with your final yield. You understand? And it will be covering all the flavors in the cup. You get me, bro? So we weigh and grind the coffee grounds. You understand? So we are going to weigh and grind them later. But there is a step we said called blooming. And this step, we pour 50 ml water onto the ground coffee. And the reason why we do so is to degas. You understand? When we pour water into them, they are going to expand. The more the expansion, the more they are releasing gases. Are you together, bro? So blooming is also very important. Are you together, boss man? So after blooming, you go to the first pour, second pour, and last pour. You understand? The more you cut, the more you avoid the coffee which is burnt. You can just pour everything. You pour your water consistently, no problem, no. And you go. But still this coffee will be burnt. But if you pour and cut for 5 seconds, then you pour again and cut for 10 seconds, do you understand? Then you pour the last one. It is okay. Coffee will be, it will not get burnt. You understand? You can also cut 2 times, first and second, then kalas. Or first and last, then kalas. You understand? But you have to find the amount of water you're going to be pouring on each step. The first pour, I have to pour this amount. The second pour, I have to pour this amount. The last pour, I have to pour this amount. You understand? So in that case, to find the amounts of water you're going to pour, you have to make a side work. This side work, I'm authorizing you to do it just now when you're still a trainee. But if you to qualify to be a junior barista, you have to be having these recipes in your head. That if I use 1 is to 13 and I use 20 grams, I have to get 260, then my first power will be, you understand? So you have to be able to know all that.
So I asked a question around that point.
Yeah.
So could it be like for calculations, is it okay when you can use your phone without putting this, since it is acknowledgeable?
Yeah, you can use your phone.
Because you know very well that.
Yeah, you can use your phone, but I expect someone who has worked for 2 years
To have it in mind.
to be at least having the standard ratio you're using you as yourself.
Okay.
You understand? Like me, I have my ratios I'm using when I'm doing V60. You understand? And when I get an order for V60, no need to get my phone to start calculating. I know everything. You understand? I know first pour I'm going to stop here, second pour I'm going to stop here, third pour I'm going to stop here. So I want you to be in position also to do that, because you have to change a job. Okay? Okay. So you make this side work, Dave. You get your ratio, you get your dose to find your yield. Okay? So ratio, it is 1 is to 13. Okay? 1 is to 13. And dose, it is 19 grams. Okay? So, Dev, I want you to find for us the yield. As I told you, that the yield is dose times ratio. So get your phone and find for us the total yield, if you are still on the same page. What about historically?
The dose you say is what?
The dose, it is 19 grams.
The yield should be 247.
247. Okay. So after finding your total yield, that it is 247, my total yield. So you get your total yield, 247. Then you first subtract the 50 ml water for brooming, because for it, you know it as a standard. You understand? It is 50. You understand? First you subtract it from this total yield. The brooming water. Yeah? Yeah? Are you together? First, to find the first power, last one, the second power, you first subtract the 50, this one,
Then
for
what do
brooming. Okay, let's subtract 40.
So you can
Okay, let's subtract 40.
You can
Let's remove 40. You can either remove 40 or 50. Okay, let's remove the 40. So our balance will be 207. Okay? 207, you divide it by 3. 3. Because I have to find the first one, the second one, the last one. Okay, before it was 2. Because we are finding the first one and the last one. You get? But I told you today, let's include the second one.
Okay.
So you divide by 3. You understand? You divide by 3. Then you get 69. Meaning, on my first power, I pour 69 milliliters. Second power, I pour 69 milliliters. And last power, I pour 69 milliliters to complete the ratio. You get me, bro? Are you together, brother?
Yes.
Okay. So, I will first pour my 40. I pour my 69. Then I pour my 69. I also pour my 69. But on my scale, where is the scale, brother man? I think it is there. But on my scale, I will have to add. Because this is the scale, guys. Okay, let's first go on. So this is the scale. And I'll be seeing the yield here. Okay? So first, the yield, it will be 40. You understand?
Because you used 40 there.
Yeah. The yield, I will pour. It will be 40. Okay? Then second, it will be 109. Yeah, you're confused, yeah? Wait, don't confuse. Okay. First, it will be 40 on the scale, because I poured 40 ml. So, second, I will pour 69. So, it will be 109.
Okay.
Do you
You're adding 69
Okay.
plus 40.
Yeah. You understand? First, I will pour 40. On the scale, I will see 40. So, second, I will pour 69. So, the scale will be showing 109 because I've added 40 and 69. Are we together? Are we together, Shakul?
Yes.
You understand? Then, I will pour more 69
On the second power,
on the third power. On the second power. Second power. Okay. First, I will pour 40.
yeah.
And the scale will be showing 40.
Okay.
Second, I'll pour 69. And the scale will be showing 100 and what? 109. Okay. Third, I'll pour more 69 on the second power. And my scale will be showing 109. It will be showing 178. Not so?
Looks like
Yeah.
you started mentioning the first power, because we had already the 40.
Yeah, see. First, now let's leave this.
stage.
Yeah, the steps.
Yes.
First, what we first see here.
40.
First, I will first see 40, because I will first pour the 40. Brooming. Then first power, I'll pour 69.
Yeah.
And my scale will be showing 109. Okay? Then second, I'll pour 69. Still. And my scale will be showing 178. Okay? Then I pour 69 and my scale will be showing 247.
The other yield.
Okay.
So with it, do we have a specific area where we can see that this is my 69? You have a measurement for it aside, or
He has not understood me. Have you understood me?
I'm like, when you're pouring
The
this,
same question he asked you.
Mhm.
I'm like,
Mm.
this 69 that we are pouring.
Mm.
Do I have a specific
Level.
measurement
Mm.
that
Mm.
I have to subtract 69? Say then I have my 69, or you can count measure it somewhere on the scale. As you're pouring, you can see it.
As I said,
Yeah.
as
So,
I'm pouring.
as I
right?
pour, I have
So
to
this
take-
one, I don't want you to do side work for it. I want you to understand it. You understand? Eh? I want you to understand it. Because I would have told you, then after finding this, then you have to add and see what will the scale show you know. I want you to first understand it, because I was explaining to people like that and they were still confused about it. Like him, you understand? For you, what you knew, that when you pour the first pour, I mean the brooming, then you go and add, not so?
Yeah.
And your first power will be 109, not so?
Yeah.
That's what you knew, because I explained it wrong, like as you want me to explain it. You understand? But now I'm explaining it in different ways, such that you people get it well, understand it. You understand? That you will pour 69 after pouring 40, and it will be 19 on the scale. But your first pour will be 69.
Deducting the 40.
The 40 is brooming.
Okay.
So the first
Now
one.
I understand.
The first pour is 69.
Okay.
But the scale will be showing you 109. You understand? Mm.
Wemba pouring, they are blooming, right?
Mm.
That one is done.
Mm.
Now I have to let it so that it does what it concentrates, not to
Mm.
burn my tea.
Mm.
Then on the scale, does it keep adding, or do I have to tear? Then I add another 69.
That's what I'm explaining to you.
Mm.
You don't need to tear. And if I find you tearing,
That's wrong.
that's wrong.
Mm.
However, some baristas do so. But professionally, as a specialty barista, I don't need to tear. Because you're finding your total yield, which is 247.
247.
You understand?
Yes.
So, I want you to pour the 40.
Yes.
Set off for 30 seconds as per the brooming takes place. Brooming takes place, okay?
30 seconds.
30 seconds.
Okay.
Then after 30 seconds, pour 69. If you pour 69, your scale will show you 109.
Okay, you just have the calculation.
The calculation in your mind.
That this is
You can calculate it aside, but I don't want you to tell you to calculate it aside.
Just have it.
Because if I tell you to calculate it aside,
That's why you're doing
you will be thinking the first pour it is 109.
it.
Are you getting me? That's, I know, even me, there are some, I will go aside and add, okay? If I first pour the 40, then I'm going to pour 69, so it will be 1079, okay? It's okay. But for now, when I'm explaining to it, I want you to understand it, that the first pour will be 69, it will not be 109, as baristas think. You understand?
Yeah, what was confusing?
Yeah, it is a little bit confusing, I know.
Yeah, I thought
It
you
is a
were
little bit
having that
confusing.
69 aside.
He has been knowing that the first power will be 109, not so?
Yeah.
No, the first power will be 69. You understand? But the scale will show you 109. You know why I'm showing you, I'm telling you not to tear. Because sometimes you may pour 40, you tear. 69, you tear. Then someone calls you, Barista Dennis, do you have one cappuccino? Cappuccino? Yeah, I'm going to make it. Then you come back. Where was I?
Forget.
Eh, I poured 40. Then you pour another 69, another 69, another 69. Someone's calls, where is the PO? Hey, PO is okay. Then you come back and pour 40. You understand? But if you don't tear, you will know where I stopped. You understand? If you sit for the 5 seconds, you come back. Because you have to complete the ratio of 4, 2, 4, 7. Are you together? Guys, on the YouTube video and you're not here, please, if you have not understood what I've explained, when you come to class, ask me. And still, I want you guys who have been tearing to stop it. You understand? Pour as you're adding. Pour as you're adding. You understand? Dave, have you understood it? Ricky?
Yeah.
Gladys?
Yesize wejabuliddemu awo ku 40 ml awo kyawukanye nnyo ne kimmanyi
No. See, we said brooming takes 30 seconds and you pour 50 ml water or 40 ml water. You understand? 50 ml water or 40 ml water. Okay, 40 to 50 ml water. You understand? That is what you have to pour. Okay?
Okay.
Yeah. Or wait here.
Kitegeeza owa 50 tajja kufuna yirudi yemu nange owa 40.
Exactly.
Fera tunasaviga ekitu nga kiwuma kyekimu n'ekyawo n'ekyowa 40.
No. See, bro. If at all, we use the 50, okay? The first power will be different from the second power and the last power. They will be different because we subtracted higher than this. You understand? 10 more. We subtracted 10 more. So it will be maybe this one will be 164, 164, 164. I mean, it will be 64, 64, 64. You understand? You can either, okay, you yourself, barista, you can use 50. She uses 40 as per her preference, as per your taste. Because someone who has worked for 1 year plus, you have to be in position to know when I use 50, my coffee will be tasting like this. You know, if I use 50, I'm giving more room for expansion. You understand? I'm giving more time for these beans to expand and release the gases. She's using 40 because her beans have already aged. You understand? So it doesn't need to broom a lot because the beans have released gases already. They're in 1 month. You understand? You understand, bro?
Yeah.
So you're brooming with 50 to give more room for expansion to release the gases. You understand? For her, she's giving less. Maybe she's having her reasons. Maybe his coffee is the perfect age. Understand? And or maybe he's using a less ratio, so he doesn't want to pour too much water. Anything else?
Ekirala kimbuuza waliwo tugambye mwanyi bwe ziba tezinnatuuka ku levels kola kinga tezinnaweza 7 days kati awo mbayinza kukozesa kyawo ng'ate kasitoma yita ate nga zenyinawo zokka.
No, that one is about the temperatures of the water. It is about the temperatures. Do you understand?
Okay.
Uncle, any question? Okay, if there isn't any question, so we shall start to broom our V60 and see what you're talking about, okay? Bro, put this aside. Only leave me with the Ethiopian's one. So, Barrister Ricky, get us some water. Okay, so here you have to first boil your water, okay? You boil your water. So the water, it is supposed to be between 88 degrees Celsius to 92 degrees Celsius, okay? First you boil your water. So, madam, here I will need you to come close, okay? Okay, so I will boil my water first. Guys, we have to clean this. So this is called a goose neck kettle, okay? It is called a goose neck kettle, okay? So this is where we switch it on from. So, and it has to show the blue color. You understand? Bro, if you're not seeing, stand up, no problem. Okay. So it has to show the blue color, okay? So we leave it to start boiling. So you get your filter paper, okay? So this filter paper, if you put it like this, it will not be fitting, okay? So you have to first flip these edges. You flip and flip again this side, okay? Set this side, okay? So then after you open it and put it, okay? Okay, so as we are waiting for our water, so we shall weigh and grind our coffee. You understand? So this is our coffee scale. stir. Okay. So I'm going to use Ethiopian beans wamena. You understand? So, yeah. So I'll use 19 grams as she said. grams. Ani akonkona. Okay, I will use 19 grams. Then after, I'll come and grind. Okay, I will grind. So before I grind, I have to first calibrate my grinder. Okay, as we said yesterday, as we said that the grind size for V60 it has to be medium. So I'll move my grinder to the medium. So yesterday I told you guys that don't move too much bars. You understand? Just one bar. But these grinders are different. The grinder for filtered coffee, it is okay to move it. But that one for espresso, you have to move one bar. You understand? For filtered coffee, as you see, it is even flexible to move. But go try the other one. You tell me. You understand? So if after weighing the beans, so you come and calibrate. So as we said, we use the medium grind size. You understand? So you have to move it to your medium. You understand? So after so here I'm calibrating my grinding time, okay? You see? Also this is calibration. Yeah, this is calibration, okay? Calibrating the dosing time. You understand? So here I'm calibrating the grinding time. You understand? Okay, so I put my beans, then I grind. So here I put here. Okay, so I grind to my medium grind size, as you see. You understand? So after grinding, I'll wait for my water. Are you together? I wait for my water. So this gooseneck kettle, it is called gooseneck kettle. This gooseneck kettle, it is already calibrated. So they make it for V60 for filtered coffee. So if it reaches 90 degrees, it will switch off itself. However, if I'm using this one is also a gooseneck kettle. If I'm using this one, I'll be checking here. Okay? I'll be checking here on the temperature gauge. If it reaches 90, as you see, the red zone is 90. If it reaches 90, I will off it from the heat. You understand? Okay. Okay, so wait for it to boil. So after it boils, we are going to wet our filter paper first. Use the other one. Let's use this one. Okay. So we're going to wet our filter paper first. Okay. So you wet your filter paper. So you catch here, guys. Huh? You catch here, then you wet your filter paper. Okay. So guys, if you finish wetting your filter paper, you put your water back to keep the temperatures. Don't put it down. You put it back on the plate. Okay. So after you remove this water. Okay. This is a server. This is not V60. This is a server. Okay. You can use it anywhere. You understand?
So this is the V60.
This is the V60.
Okay.
Okay. So, after you put your dripper on the scale, okay, then you tear. So you have to measure again after grinding. Understand? You have to measure again. We used how many grams? 19. So I have to measure again if it is 19. Okay. So then I distribute. Okay. I distribute. Because guys, do you know that also filtered coffee channels?
So is it money that I have to make it flat?
You have to make it flat to avoid channeling. You understand? So what is channeling in filtered coffee? Channeling in filtered coffee simply means imbalance in the yield. You understand? If at all my coffee has not balanced in taste, that means it's channeled. And what causes channeling is not leveling your bed. Poor pouring. You understand? When you are pouring, you have to coil. You have to coil from center, then you coil out. You stop. Come back in the center, then coil out. Do you understand? As you're going to see it. So here I tear. Okay? So then I go to my step of brewing. Okay? So during brewing, I have to start my time, then I start pouring. Okay? So I'll start my time. So the time it has to be 30 seconds. Okay? So I'll start my time, then I start brewing. As I said, from center, then you coil out. Okay? Then you come back in the center. 50, okay. Let's for 15. Okay? So you see it is expanding. Okay? And if it is expanding, it is releasing the gases. You understand? So I'll wait for my 30 seconds. So after pouring, you have to put the gooseneck back kettle. I mean the gooseneck kettle back. So after, I'll come to my first pour. Okay? So here my first pour will be no, it's not 69. It is 69.
To make 109.
No, not 109 because I poured 15.
Oh,
Okay, so
So it's going to be 450.
yeah.
So it's going to be 119.
So these are meals.
Okay, 119. Yeah, yeah, these are meals.
You
Okay.
have to stop on 40 before.
Okay, so I'll explain back. So then I wait for 5 seconds, then I pour my second pour. Okay, so my second pour it will be 1. Okay, so then I go to my I sit for 5 seconds, then I go to my last pour to complete the ratio of 247. Okay,
But you pour, I think you pour 50, so then it's going to be 257, isn't it?
no, my last pour has to be 247. Okay, because it is the last pour. I used 17, I used 19, and I used 13.
But you make a mistake in the first.
Yeah, on the first you poured 50. You understand? You poured 50 on the first, so we had to increase on the, to reduce on the first pour. You understand? Yeah.
Then you get the total, the correct.
Yeah, the correct has to be 247. Okay, so I have to wait for it till it finish.
Okay, so sir, if 247 like this, and then if it, like, let's say now it's 248, it's nothing, it's okay.
Yeah, it's okay. 247, it's okay. 248, it's okay. So I'll wait for it. So bro, get us the lid there, the lid. Okay. And the glasses for 6 ounce. Okay, so when it finish, you stop your time. Okay, you stop your time. So in 3 minutes and 30 seconds, we got our yield in 3 minutes and 30 seconds. And as I said, it has to be 3 to 4 minutes. Meaning this is a perfect this is a perfect, this is the perfect time. And if you see inside, the bed has to sit on level. You understand? The bed has to be on level. Okay? As you see, the bed has to be on level. If at all it has a hole, meaning your coffee channeled. You understand? Meaning your coffee channeled. You understand? So you have to coil from inside to out, from inside to out. You understand? From inside out, inside out, all together. So then after you move your V60 and you put your lid and you swirl, okay? And you swirl. So here you put this one on your scale on your tray with the glass and you serve. It's enough. You understand? You put your you serve it in this server with the glass. If at all it's takeaway, you put in the takeaway cup and give them. You understand? So this is the hot V60. You understand? So let's test the hot one, then after I make the cold one. Kachi. Moduka? It depends. Maybe 45, maybe 37, maybe 28. But it cannot go less than 25. It depends on the location. Bro, get us more glasses. We need to test all. All of us need to test. Get us these cups. Bro, it's okay. Get us the 4 ounce cups. 1 minute, wait. I'll leave them. I need more. No, it is a must. If not, you're not supposed to do coffee.
I don't drink coffee.
You have to do it. You have to do it. You have to test and know what you're serving. They ask you in interviews to test coffee, and if you cannot test coffee, you cannot qualify to be a barista. Yeah, let me tell you. Let me tell you. I had friends. They were losing interviews because of testing coffee. Someone tells you to test. What do you feel? And you cannot tell because you don't know. You understand? And you need this job. You understand? So it's like telling someone that you sell jerseys. You know jerseys for sports, for football.
Yeah.
But you cannot tell that this one is for Chelsea, this one is for Arsenal, this one is for Liverpool. You understand? So we use the Ethiopian beans. So can you be in position to tell that Ethiopian beans taste like this? Because the customer will come to your cafe and ask you, barista, I need a V60. Which beans do you have? Then you tell them, I have Ethiopia, I have Kenya, I have Uganda, I have Brazil. You understand? So the customer will ask you to tell them what would they expect in the Ethiopian beans. So I have to be in position of telling them the Ethiopian beans, our Ethiopian beans taste like this and this and this and this. Because you have to tell them about the menu items. You understand? So how will you be in position to tell them about the coffee when you cannot taste it? How will you be in position to know that this coffee is tasting good or bad when you cannot taste it? How will you be in position to tell if your machine, if you're not brewing well, if you cannot taste it? How will you be in position to know that this coffee is burnt when you cannot taste it? how will you know? How will you be in position to know that these beans are good or bad when you cannot test the yield? So you have to learn how to test coffee and you have to love it. Okay, guys. Okay, so let's see the V60 code. You can stop this one. Let me see the V60 code.